WrestleMania 41 this weekend. So I thought what I'll do is give you my personal favourite match from every WrestleMania since WrestleMania 17, because before that they were pretty boring. And I didn't really start watching wrestling until basically then. That's keeping the story short. So the video's short. And these are my favourite matches, okay? Matches I like to watch again. Not personally the best, and I'll try and give you some good reasons as to why I like them. I've written them over there as well. WrestleMania 17, my favourite match is the TLC match between Edge and Christian, the Hardys, and the Dudleys. Even though I know that Undertaker versus Triple H is better, and The Rock and Austin had a better storyline. I liked it just because of the brutality. You've got things like Bubba powerbombing Jeff through Edge, Rhino, Lita, Spike getting involved, Lita using a chair, Rhino basically goring everyone, Jeff Hardy doing his swanton from the ladder through Spike and Rhino through a table. You've also got the massive spear, which obviously everyone remembers, of Jeff Hardy dangling there and Edge just deciding to jump off a ladder. Thank you. Also, as well, you've got Bubba and Matt, or Jeff, I think Jim Ross called it wrong, going through 4 tables after Rhino pushes him. Edge and Christian winning again, which just literally all of it's absolutely brilliant, and I love rewatching that match. Another one, WrestleMania 18, The Rock versus Hogan. The biggest names, basically, on different eras. A match that shouldn't have happened, that happened. Even now, I absolutely love the idea of this match, like a dream match. The wrestling's terrible, but still, the actual crowd makes it better. It's a dream match that did happen, like I just said, and for that reason, it needs to be one of my favourites, because I do like rewatching it, just the interaction between them two, and I like the video package, like when Hogan tried to basically kill The Rock. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he took like a hammer to his head and then run him over or something, or run into his car with a semi-truck. WrestleMania 19, Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels, a better match. Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, a better match. But my favourite is The Rock and Austin. The fact that it's Austin's last match for ages is against The Rock, basically his arch enemy, his friend, whatever, I don't know what he is. And his career ends at WrestleMania. He doesn't tell anyone it's his last match, so it's horrible to basically think about now, but also great. And the fact that he basically might not have wrestled, but he still wrestled and pulled through, so he could actually have his retirement match at WrestleMania. I don't think anyone's actually not announced a retirement match before that I know of. So for this, that's going to be my favourite match. It's just a fun match anyway. WrestleMania 20, it could have been basically the triple threat match, but no. I'm going to go for Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero. Obviously, with Eddie Guerrero's passing now, seeing him in a main event sort of match, okay, retaining the WWE Championship against somebody with the calibre of Kurt Angle, brilliant. See, I'm just basically firing through these for you. WrestleMania 21, Orton versus Undertaker was a close one, but I'm going to have to go for my favourite match, basically in near of ever, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. Them two, okay, they might not be exactly in their prime, but they were in a... I think I'd say they were in the prime, I guess. I mean, like, I'm glad they didn't miss out the opportunity to do this like they did at WrestleMania 22, when it could have been Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker, because the match at No Way Out was absolutely phenomenal. So, but I'm going to have to go for WrestleMania 22, Edge versus Mick Foley in the hardcore match. The fact that basically people got much better after facing Mick Foley, like Edge is one of them as well. Randy Orton did it, Triple H did it, and obviously Edge did it. The spear through the flaming table, the spear of Mick Foley wearing like a extra jacket because he doesn't wear enough layers, with a barbed wire wrapped around him. It was brutal. It was brilliant. I loved it. WrestleMania 23, the Money in the Bank was a close one. Basically, Edge getting taken out by Jeff Hardy after he just jumps off. Max like, yeah, come on, kill yourself. Sound. But I'm going to have to go for Batista versus The Undertaker, the World Heavyweight Championship versus The Streak. That match to me was so much better than I anticipated it to be. WrestleMania 24, I wasn't really like a lot to choose from, but I'm probably going to go for the Money in the Bank match, which consisted of, I've written them down to make sure I actually do remember everyone. Okay, CM Punk, Chris Jericho, Carlito, Shelton Benjamin, MVP, Mr. Kennedy, and John Morrison. See, Shelton Benjamin and MVP are now teammates. CM Punk winning, basically, so I wanted to see him win a world title, not the ECW title, it didn't count. John Morrison's absolutely brilliant. Carlito, he was good back then. I like him now as well. But just that match, the things they were basically doing there, it was fun. all those people basically seem like they should be in a ladder match. Not like putting Bobby Lashley, no offense, and Ric Flair, for example, in there. WrestleMania 25. It's got to be Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Nothing on the line, no stipulations, just two great wrestlers, two basically top wrestlers at the time going against each other in a fantastic WrestleMania match. This one is a 5-star match. I don't care what anyone else says. WrestleMania 26. Most people probably would say the Shawn and the Taker match again. I'm going to go for Cena and Batista. Yeah, the wrestling wasn't better, but the fact that those two basically had similar careers. I know Orton and obviously Cena did, but I wanted to see them two in a match. And the fact that I got it at WrestleMania, okay, I don't know if it's the first time or whatever it was, but to me, I wanted to see it at WrestleMania. I got it at WrestleMania. Seeing Batista with the weird WWE Championship, though, just doesn't suit him. That weird spinner belt that didn't spin anymore. WrestleMania 27 has got to be Michael Cole versus Jerry the King Lawler, who had the guest referee of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, also as well, Jack Swagger was in the corner of Michael Cole. Triple H versus The Undertaker. Fantastic. Much better wrestling match than next year. And the fact that Triple H getting so annoyed that The Undertaker wouldn't stay down, and he makes literally a split-second mistake. Undertaker locks in the Hell's Gate. Triple H is basically scrambling, crawling, trying to get the sledgehammer. Goes to smack him, passes out. He walks out though. Undertaker basically gets carried out. Movie magic. Is that a real word? Or cinema? That's the word. WrestleMania 28. It's got to be Triple H versus The Undertaker again, with the guest referee of Shawn Michaels. The end of an era. Them three in a match, creating the greatest kick out in WrestleMania history, with Shawn Michaels in the Sweet Chin Music, straight into the pedigree. Everyone and their dog thought that match was over there and then. There'd be one person be like, oh no, I'm not, just so you're different. But guess what, mate? No one cares. So, that match, and the basically standing up at the ramp at the end, brilliant. WrestleMania 29, Undertaker and CM Punk, great match. Punk had Paul Heyman in his corner. I'm going to go for Triple H with Shawn Michaels versus Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman. Basically, if Triple H lost, he'd be out of his in-ring competition. So basically, he was fighting for his life of his career, if that makes sense. In a no-holds-barred match. It was brutal. It was brilliant. Yeah, it was his first WrestleMania match with his new shaved head. The spine buster on the steel steps. Finishing off with a pedigree. Brilliant. Basically proving that the Beast can be slayed before the Beast Slayer of Seth Rollins. Yeah, I just preferred that match. To me, it's more fun to watch. WrestleMania 30, I'm going to go for Daniel Bryan versus Triple H in the opening match. Yes, I understand that the triple threat match, the end of it, ended with him winning the world title, and that was brilliant. But Daniel Bryan getting his comeuppance against Triple H, who basically tried to just destroy him, say he's not good enough, say he'd never make it, and him basically just knee him in the face and going, I'm going to go to the main event. So for me, it's that reason. WrestleMania 31, it could have been Sting versus Triple H, but you know, what happened there? I'm going to go for Roman versus Brock and the cash-in of Seth Rollins, returning into a triple threat. Nobody's seen anything like that before. Okay, the heist of the century. Brock Lesnar basically just destroying Roman. Okay, Seth basically gets involved like during the match, which I've also not ever seen before. Roman hits the spear on Brock while Seth's on his shoulders. Seth hits the curb stomp. Bang, done. Thank you. Then we've got WrestleMania 32. Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles. A top name from WWE and a top name from TNA going at it at WrestleMania. People probably wouldn't think these sort of matches would ever happen, but here it happened. AJ should have won, but that's all I'm going to say on that. WrestleMania 33, probably the worst match on there, but my personal favourite is Goldberg versus Lesnar. Okay, literally this match is brilliant if you want to show someone who's trying to get into wrestling without boring them. It's like less than 10 minutes. It's so easy to follow. It's simple. It's what WrestleMania 20 probably should have been. Okay, I would have rather Goldberg won again, but still, it's great. Literally, it's just German suplexes, spears, jackhammers, F5s. I'm pretty sure that's the only 4 moves they actually use in the entire thing, but I love it. WrestleMania 34 is for the Intercontinental Championship triple threat match. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor versus The Miz. Seth Rollins basically is a main eventer. The Miz and Finn Balor are like between each one. Just seeing them three work together at WrestleMania, they just go to show that they all deserve to be on there. They're all underrated. Well, The Miz definitely is. Finn Balor basically Pin Balor in a minute. And Seth Rollins is a main eventer. WrestleMania 35, the longest WrestleMania ever. Probably longer than even the 2 nights put together. It's not, you know what I mean. It's got to be Triple H versus Batista. Batista with the whole promo, give me what I want. Him destroying Ric Flair. Mention that Triple H has never beat him. I think it's like 0-3. So having a no-holds-barred match. Batista falling over at the beginning. All the help of Ric Flair, the sledgehammer, nose rings being pulled out. I think it's brilliant. And Batista's last match against his Evolution member at a WrestleMania. Another perfect retirement, and he's still retired now. Maybe he'll return in 19 years. Now we're on to the 2-part WrestleManias. WrestleMania 36 was held in the Performance Center because of the whole situation, the world shutting down. So it was 2 nights. So I'm going to give you my favourite from each of them. Both of them are the cinematic matches. You've got AJ versus The Undertaker. I would love to have seen them in a normal match. Undertaker's last match, finishing at WrestleMania, finishing strong against a great name of AJ Styles. Then you've got The Fiend versus John Cena in the Firefly Funhouse. It was a weird thing to watch, but it was better than watching 2 wrestlers with like no crowd. Like seeing Brock versus Drew, finish after finish after finish after finisher. That it's a shame really, because this WrestleMania could have been brilliant. WrestleMania 37, half the crowd was back. Some of them were cardboard cutouts, some of them were real people. But I'm going to go for Bad Bunny and Damian Priest on night 1 versus The Miz and John Morrison. Just because nobody thought that the Bad Bunny was going to be this good. Throwing out Canadian Destroyers. I'm sure like John Morrison helped out and obviously delivering the Canadian Destroyer while getting it delivered to him. But because of that, the shock value and the surprise, that's what I'm going with. WrestleMania 37 night 2, I'm going to go with Sheamus versus Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle was the United States champion at the time. He got defeated by Sheamus after he did like, I think it was a backflip, and he just got kicked in the face by a bro kick. And because of that, I thought, I've always wanted to see that. I'm sure it's been done before, but I wanted to see it. And I like Sheamus, and he won the United States title, so that'll do me. WrestleMania 38, night 1. It could have been Cody versus Seth, but I'm going to go for Austin versus KO. Okay, no one ever thought that Austin was going to come out of retirement, and it wasn't the best match, but just seeing Austin in a match, I'm going to give it to him for that. WrestleMania 38, night 2. If any of these are on the wrong nights or anything like that, I do apologise. But I'm going to have to go for the comical classic of Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. That was absolutely brilliant. Even though the mousetrap thing didn't work, they got it to work in the end. It's just fantastic. Getting Jackass on a WrestleMania stage, just enjoy it. It's great. The last 2, technically that's 4, but we'll go through these quickly. No, we won't. WrestleMania 39, night 1. It's got to be the tag team match of the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn being the honorary Us for ages, turning on Roman to save his friend because he was getting handcuffed and basically beaten with a steel chair. He's like, I'm not interested in this. The Usos were tag team champions for like 600 something days, I think, maybe 500 and something days. So many close calls in this. I didn't think anyone was going to win. I just thinking it was going. The main event, one of my favourite tag team matches ever. Brilliant. WrestleMania 39 night 2, if the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus. Yes, I would like to see Drew versus Sheamus one time in a singles match at WrestleMania, but hard hitting, fantastic, technical. All 3 of them are just absolutely brilliant. A lot of triple threat matches, you have one-on-one, then one-on-one, then one-on-one, but this was like all 3 of them. I love this match, it's brilliant. Last 2. WrestleMania 40, night 1, it's going to be the main event just because The Rock's wrestling. It's that simple. And him telling the ref basically, if you count, you're fired. The ref's like, what do I do? Then we're going to go on to WrestleMania 40, night 2, plain and simple. Obviously, it's Cody versus Roman, all because of everyone coming out. You've got Solo coming out, then you've got Jimmy, then you've got Jay, then you've got Cena, then you've got The Undertaker, you've got The Rock, you've got Shield, Seth Rollins, all sorts. Roman making the mistake of hitting Seth instead. Cody hitting the 3 crossroads, finishing the story. And just like now, I'm finishing this video. Okay, plain and simple. Let me know your favourite WrestleMania matches, why they are your favourite. Tell me how wrong I am, which is great. But anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.